Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, we are getting somewhere. We are playing with the Beached Collection from Urban Decay. They actually just sent this over to me, so I have the entire collection. We're going to be doing some swatches of everything. I'm doing this eye makeup tutorial as well as this bronze kind of glowy look, so you guys can see how I got that. I'm chatting about the formula, what I think about this collection, the eyeshadow palette. I have the entire thing here, swatching all the lipsticks for you as well. If you guys are ready, let's get started with today's review. Here is the PR kit that I did receive. So we have the 3 Vice lipsticks. We also have 2 new shades of the 24-hour Glide On eye pencils. We have the Beached Eyeshadow Palette. And then we also have in this collection the 2 Beached bronzers. Now these bronzers have been out for a while now. They are kind of just re-pushing them out with this Beached collection. I'm sure to kind of theme it all together and to get them to sell more. But those are kind of already released, and then they're just kind of putting them back together with this collection. Just so you guys know, the collection is available right now on Ulta.com, and I believe it will be in stores on May 8th. I think you can get it obviously on Urban Decay's website as well, but I saw it on Ulta. Did not see it on Sephora. I'm not sure if it is an Ulta exclusive, but I did not see it on Sephora. I know that it is going to be limited edition. Going into the eyeshadow palette first, this is the Beached Eyeshadow Palette. It has the palm trees, the Urban Decay up there, super, super pretty. You flip it actually up, and then you're gonna have all of your shades in there. So there is 8 shades. There is 1 matte shade, and then the rest are shimmer shades. The mirror on this is a decent sized mirror. The only thing that I don't like is it flips up like this, which is different for a palette. But what I don't like is that when you're using it, it's just a weird angle for the mirror to be upwise like that. I'm just not used to that. So what I did earlier is I kind of flipped it this way and I used it like that, which I did kind of get my hands in the shadows, so I wouldn't recommend doing that. But I personally like palettes with mirrors on them. So to me, I don't get the point of it being upwards like this. I think it was just something different. I don't necessarily love that part of the packaging, but the actual shadows are super, super gorgeous. This formula reminds me a lot of the Kristen Leanne palette. If you guys watched my back talk review, you saw that I was disappointed with the shimmers in that palette because they were just lackluster. They weren't very pigmented, and I was kind of hoping that they would do something more like the Kristen Leanne pigmentation, because that palette is beautiful. The Kaleidoscope one is really pretty, and then also the other one. And I just was hoping that they would do something like that with their shimmers from now on, because those were just, they were so beautiful, and that's what this is. Those are the same type of foiled, super pretty, shimmery shades in this palette as they were in that palette. So let me show you guys some swatches. Here are the swatches of all of the shades. Super, super pretty, really, really metallic, those blues. Oh, and that end copper shade. All of the shades in here are very, very pigmented and really, really pretty. As you can tell, they swatch really, really nicely, and they're very, very beautiful. Next, we have the 2 different bronzers. They did relaunch these with the collection. So this one is the bronze. Packaging on these really pretty. It has a nice large mirror on the inside. So this is the shade Bronze. This is more of like a reddish bronzer. And then also we have this one here, which is Sun Kissed. And then this one is your more cool toned bronzer. Again, large mirror, same packaging. So here is them both swatched. Really, really pigmented, very creamy formula. Definitely really like it. They are a bit different. I'm hoping that they come out with more shades of these. Both of these do work for my skin tone, but obviously I think they need to expand the bronzers for sure. Also in this collection, we have 2 24-hour Glide On pencils. So we have this one here, Lucky, which is a metallic copper shade. And then we also have Gold Mine, which is this really pretty gold, yellow gold shade. So here are both of those swatched, really, really pigmented. Love the formula of these. Definitely cool and fun colors. And then also matching the whole beached theme, we have these lipsticks. So they have the palm trees on them, super, super cute. So this first one is 100 Degrees, and this is the red, which is like a orangey, fiery red. This is a sheer formula, so it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a more of a creamy lipstick. Here is a swatch of that one. So as you can see, it has just like a little bit of a wet look to it. And then we also have the other two ones. Now I'm not too crazy about either one of these. So the first one is Heat Wave, and this is a metallic. It's like a orange coppery shade. I'll swatch this one so you guys can see. It is really, really pretty, but it's just not super wearable for me personally. You can see it has like a little bit of orange to it and copper at the same time. Definitely has some reflex in there as well. I'm just not super into the metallic right now. And then we also have this one, which is Tower 1, which is also one of the metallic lipsticks as well. This one for me is just a little bit too sheer. I just feel like it would work better as kind of like a lip topper. So there's what that one looks like. It does look really pretty swatched on the hands, but wearing it alone, you can just hardly see it. I'll show you guys later when I do the lip swatches, but I feel like it would be better kind of layered on something, maybe even if you layered it on this one here. So there are all three of the lip products. All right, and let's get into the tutorial. I'll show you guys the lip swatches. I use the bronzers, the eyeshadow palette on my eyes, and then I also talk about my final thoughts at the end, so let's get started with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start with the eyes. So the first color I'm gonna go into is this one right here, which is called Daybreak. And I'm just gonna apply this one. It is very pigmented. As you can see, it does pick up a lot on the brush. I'm just gonna tap it a tiny bit, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this as my first color. This is the only matte in the palette, and that does kind of bother me because I feel like, although I do love this color, like this reddish orange, it's my favorite for transition color, I do feel like I have to go in with another color to kind of get the look that I'm wanting for this video. I am only going to use the colors in the palette. I just wish it had like one more matte in here. Maybe instead of like that second shade, that's not my favorite one from the palette. It's probably my least favorite one. Maybe if they could have like replaced that one with another matte, I would have been so happy. Just like a deeper matte, just so you could kind of make, I don't know, more of a variety of looks with this, but we are just kind of blowing this out. So as you can see, it just blends really, really easily. So now that we've got that all blended out, there isn't really another matte that I can go in with. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dip into this shade right here. This is called Bronze, and I'm gonna go in with this one and kind of pack it on my outer corner. I don't typically do this with shimmers, but for this look, not having another matte, that's the only way I'm gonna kind of deepen this look up. So I'm just gonna kind of pack it on right here, and then we're gonna try and blend it out a little bit. It is a little bit harder to blend because it is a shimmer, but it isn't undoable, so that's what we're gonna be doing for this look. Now that we've got that kind of mostly blended, almost all the way blended, I feel like because it is a shimmer, definitely takes a long time. Like you have to spend a lot of time building it and blending it. I am gonna go back into Daybreak and just take a tiny bit more and kind of blend that in with this just to help it blend a little bit more. Now that we've got that mostly blended out, I'm gonna go in with this one right here, which is Double Dip. I'm going to apply it to this flat synthetic brush. This is from Sigma, it's their concealer brush. This is a F70. And I'm just gonna use this to apply the blue. And when I do this, you guys will see how metallic this shade is. Do you see how pigmented that is? Like that's with no Fix Plus, not adding anything. I just wanted to show you guys like how pigmented it is. I actually haven't even been using it with Fix Plus just because it already is so pretty and so metallic. As you can see, it just really pops. I'm really impressed with this blue. It's probably my favorite blue that I've used in a while. I do like the one in the KKW. That one's a little bit different than this one though. This one is more of like a turquoise blue, and the one in the KKW I feel like is a little bit darker than this one. So it is definitely a different blue, but I feel like the blue phase right now is a lot with palettes. Like every palette has a pop of blue in it, so it's definitely on trend right now. My lower lash line, I'm just going to take Daybreak and I'm just going to run that along my lower lash line to just connect that with the shadows we've used up top. So I'm just really smoking this out. So now I'm going to go in with both of the new liners. This one right here is Goldmine, and I'm going to use this one on my inner part of my eye, and then for the rest of it, I'm going to go in with this one, which is Lucky. Now I'm going to put a little bit of shimmer on my inner corner. We're going to use that very first shade, which is called Salt, and I'm just going to pop this on my MAC 228 and put that in my inner corner. So I went ahead and I popped on some lashes. I will link the style I used down below. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the bronzers. Although they aren't new with the collection, I do want to still show them since they are being relaunched with the collection. So the first one I'm going to go in with is Sunkissed, and I'm just using my brush from Farrah. This is the the 50F or F50 brush. And I'm just going to apply this to help bronze up my face. I love the formula of these bronzers. They just glide on so nicely and they blend out like super, super easily. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit of bronze and layer that just to kind of deepen it up even further. I went ahead and just applied a little bit of Bake to kind of clean that up. I'm going to go in with my highlights. So I'm using this one from Persona. This is the Zumba highlight. As you guys can see, it's like so blinding. This is like one of my absolute favorites. It's just so like loose. It reminds me of like a loose pigment highlight. Oh, it's just so pretty. The glowy look, it's fine. I'm just going to take my beauty sponge and kind of blend this out here because we took it a little bit much here. For lip products, we have 3 different ones. I want to show you guys all 3. So this very first one, this is Tower 1. So this is a metallic. It has a little bit of flecks of glitter in it. Actually, a lot of it of flecks. Kind of like looks chunky on the lips. I think it's better as like a topper. So that's the first lip option. The second one we have is Heat Wave, which is this one here. And this is a metallic lip. So this one again is very metallic. It's more of like a coppery shade. Not my favorite again. I don't know. I'm kind of not really super into the metallic lips. I feel like I'm kind of over it. I'd much rather a matte or cream lipstick. But here is what that one looks like. And then our last lip option, we have this red one here. And this one is in 100 Degrees. This is like a sheer lipstick. So it has a very creamy, nice formula. I think we got some over here. So here is what that one looks like. You can tell it just has a little bit of sheen to it. Very, very pretty. So here is the finished look using the palette, the bronzers, and the lip products. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of my all-nighter, spritz myself, and then I'll be back to give you guys my final thoughts. All right, and this is our final look using the Beached Collection. So let's chat about my final thoughts. So standouts to me, of course, is the eyeshadow palette. I think that this is such a pretty palette. Absolutely love it. I love the colors that they picked, love the color scheme, love the packaging, although I don't like the mirror. I love the outside packaging. I think it's super cute. And I do wish there was another matte in this palette. Like I said, this second shade here is just kind of for me. But the other shades, they're so pretty. They perform so nicely. The shimmers in this palette are like out of this world. They are so pigmented, super, super metallic, really, really pretty. This matte right here is just like, it's just my vibes. It's my favorite color to wear on my crease. So this is definitely a definite yes for me. Also, the 24-hour glide on eye pencils. These are definitely a standout. This one here in particular, this is Goldmine. I love this color. Like for that inner part, I feel like it just like makes the eye look. This one here is also really pretty. The copper one. I think that these are both really great. I love the formula of the 24-hour glide on eye pencils. And then also the bronzers. I loved both of the bronzers. I knew I would. Like I said, I'd been wanting to pick these up. So excited that I got them in this package, but definitely love these. They are super, super easy to blend, very, very pigmented, but not too pigmented, which is how I like my bronzers. Love the packaging, love how compact it is, love the outer packaging. Really actually like both of these shades. They work really well for my skin tone, so I'm hoping they definitely come out with more shades of these so everyone can try them. But for me, these definitely work really, really well. Then we have the 3 lip products from the collection. So we have the 100 Degrees, which is the one I have on right now. This is the sheer lipstick. I actually really like the formula of this one. I think that this color is really pretty, perfect for spring and summer. So I think this works really well with the collection. The other 2, I don't really understand the point, I guess. I wish that they would be like more of a bright red or maybe even like a nude. I feel like would look nice. I don't get the whole metallic thing. So this is the metallic one in Heat Wave. Didn't really care for this. This is like that copper one. I would never wear that type of color, I don't think, on my lips, like out somewhere. It's just too glittery for me. I just didn't really like it. And then this one, the Tower 1, which is the other metallic one, I don't know, I'm just not super into metallic lips right now, and I just feel like with this collection in particular, I know they had like the gold and the copper in the palette and everything, but I just feel like I would have did better with just maybe even one of these, like one of the colors, and then like a nude would be great. But yeah, that is my critique on this collection. Let me know what you guys think down below. Have you picked anything up yet? Are you planning on it? Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know what you thought about this tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you guys go. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and then on Fridays. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.